In the heart of Silicon Valley, where tech titans are born and legends are made, few stories are as compelling as that of Sam Altman. Long before he became synonymous with OpenAI and the front lines of artificial intelligence, Altman was already reshaping the tech landscape with an audacious blend of vision and determination. In this episode, we delve into the formative years of a man whose relentless drive and uncanny ability to influence those around him set the stage for his rise to the pinnacle of technological innovation, from his early daring ventures to his strategic maneuvers in the startup world. Join us as we unravel the journey of a visionary who bent the world to his will, long before his name became a household word in the realm of AI. Lowell Weiner was in his Irvine, California office in 2005 when he received an unexpected phone call from Sam Altman, who requested a meeting. At that time, Weiner had never heard of Altman. Altman introduced himself as the CEO of Looped, a fledgling startup he had launched earlier that year at just 19 years old. He mentioned that a representative from Sprint, Boost Mobile's parent company, had referred him to Weiner. Looped was a pioneering but struggling startup designed to use GPS technology in cell phones to connect users with nearby friends. However, at the time, the iPhone had not yet been released, and the existing phones were incompatible with Loop's service. To make his vision a reality, Altman needed a wireless partner. He had learned that Boost Mobile was considering a feature that would notify users via text when a friend was nearby, but they were on the verge of finalizing a deal with a competing software provider. Determined to seize the opportunity, Altman and his team worked tirelessly to create a basic version of the app that could function on Boost's network. He then traveled to Southern California to present this prototype. Weiner recalls that Altman's request to meet on such short notice was highly unusual. Nevertheless, Altman secured the meeting, which exemplified the tenacity he would continue to demonstrate throughout his career. This quality contributed significantly to his eventual leadership role at OpenAI, the influential artificial intelligence startup. Despite Loop's failure to achieve major success, Altman leveraged the experience to propel himself into a position of significant influence. He took over Y Combinator, the startup accelerator that had incubated his company, and later founded OpenAI in 2015 as a nonprofit alternative to Google. His ambition, candor, and forward-thinking vision garnered admiration from many powerful figures. However, his rapid accumulation of influence before reaching 40 also led to estrangements with former allies, as what was once perceived as charm began to be viewed by some as deceitful. In November, allegations of dishonesty and a craving for power came to a head when OpenAI's board dismissed Altman, accusing him of being not consistently candid. Although Altman was reinstated as CEO shortly after, skepticism persisted. By late May, Helen Toner, who resigned from the board after his reinstatement, publicly accused him of lying. The Bloomberg Technology podcast Foundering explores Altman's rise and questions whether he can be trusted to oversee transformative technology. When Altman first met with Weiner almost 2 decades ago, he was a young man who looked more like a high school student than a tech CEO. Altman's unusual posture, sitting cross-legged in his chair, and his choice of cargo shorts contributed to the skepticism of Weiner and other Boost executives. Yet, Altman's confident demeanor and persuasive presentation won them over within half an hour, leading Boost Mobile to abandon its deal with the other startup and sign with Looped. Altman's career continued to build on this pattern of forming influential alliances. He forged relationships with key figures such as Paul Graham, the co-founder of Y Combinator, who made him his successor, Peter Thiel, who invested in Altman's ventures, Elon Musk, who contributed approximately $100 million to OpenAI, and Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, which invested over $10 billion in OpenAI. Various individuals who have worked with Altman have offered different perspectives on his abilities. John Coogan, who founded a startup at Y Combinator during Altman's tenure, described Altman's remarkable listening skills and problem-solving abilities as a kind of superpower. Another associate mentioned that Altman excels at identifying and impressing those who can help him most. Altman himself has articulated his approach on his blog, stating that it is possible to bend the world to one's will more often than expected, and that many people don't even attempt it. From a young age, Altman's exceptional qualities were evident. At John Burroughs School in St. Louis, his English teacher, Andy Abbott, was impressed by Altman's talents and self-confidence. Altman's activities included editing the yearbook, playing water polo, building an early version of the school's website, and participating in Model United Nations. Abbott, who hoped Altman would pursue a creative field rather than technology, later became a supporter of Altman's endeavors. Despite the expectation that Altman might go into another field, he was determined to make his mark in Silicon Valley, which was entering a new boom phase in the mid-2000s. He followed the typical tech industry trajectory, enrolling at Stanford University, studying computer science, and then dropping out to join Y Combinator's inaugural cohort. There, he worked on building Looped, a company that would eventually serve as his gateway to power and wealth. Y Combinator initially seemed modest, with Altman and other startup founders working in Paul Graham's home, striving to achieve ramen profitability, a term for earning just enough to survive on instant noodles. Although the batch included notable entrepreneurs like the founders of Reddit and Twitch, Altman quickly distinguished himself. Graham and his wife and business partner, Jessica Livingston, were impressed by Altman's wisdom beyond his years. Graham even compared him to a young Bill Gates, noting that despite his age, Altman seemed to possess the experience of someone much older. As Altman developed Looped and secured deals like the one with Boost Mobile, his peers sometimes questioned his success. Twitch co-founder Emmett Shear remarked on Altman's ability to persuade phone companies to strike deals despite lacking a developed product. The arrival of the iPhone in 2007 and Altman's subsequent appearance at Apple's Developers Conference marked a significant moment in his career. He wore an unusual outfit of layered polo shirts, hot pink and lime green, which Graham used to illustrate Altman's charm and ability to win people over. Graham praised Altman's determination and listed him among the most interesting startup founders alongside Steve Jobs and Google's founders, recognizing his ability to achieve extreme results. Altman's investments further enhanced his influence. In 2009, Graham invited Altman to invest in Stripe Inc., a payment startup joining Y Combinator. Altman's $15,000 investment in Stripe proved to be one of his most successful ventures. This period also saw him build a relationship with Thiel, who provided millions for his investments. These early successes laid the groundwork for Altman's eventual billionaire status and his ventures into diverse fields such as longevity, bioscience, nuclear fusion, and universal basic income. Despite Loop's lackluster performance, Altman's career continued to ascend. He sold the company in 2012 for a modest return, which is considered a failure in Silicon Valley. However, his reputation remained strong, and in 2014, when Graham sought to pass on the leadership of Y Combinator, Altman was the sole candidate considered. At 29, Altman became Y Combinator's president, overseeing a startup accelerator that had produced successful companies like Dropbox and Airbnb. Graham expressed pride in Altman's rapid ascent, acknowledging his exceptional ability to gain power. Under Altman's leadership, Y Combinator expanded significantly, increasing the number of startups it supported and raising $700 million for investments. It also launched a program in China, and Altman initiated a universal basic income project in Oakland, California, aimed at distributing regular payments to participants without conditions. Altman's ambition was evident in his blog posts, where he advocated for scaling up efforts and championed self-confidence as a key to success. He argued that extreme people achieve extreme results and encouraged others to believe in themselves almost to the point of delusion. In late 2015, Altman gathered a group of influential individuals to support the creation of OpenAI, which aimed to develop AI for the benefit of humanity without the need for financial returns. The initial backers, including Livingston, Musk, Thiel, and Reid Hoffman, committed $1 billion to the nonprofit venture. However, Altman's tenure at OpenAI was marked by strained relationships. Disagreements over AI development led to the creation of a rival company, Anthropic PBC. Musk started his own competitor, criticized Altman on social media, and sued OpenAI and Altman, accusing them of violating the company's founding principles. Both OpenAI and Altman denied these allegations. Even Graham, who had long praised Altman, experienced a falling out with him. Despite continuing as Y Combinator's president after starting OpenAI, Altman's divided attention led to Graham confronting him in 2019. Graham and Livingston eventually decided they needed a leader who could fully commit to Y Combinator, prompting Altman's departure. Altman's drive is encapsulated in OpenAI's mission to ensure that its AI benefits all of humanity. In November, when OpenAI's board briefly removed him, their decision was driven by the need to protect humanity. Altman's rapid reinstatement and subsequent replacement of the board members reflect his relentless ambition. He continues to pursue his goal of creating AI that surpasses human capabilities, with a promise that this vision will become a reality in the reasonably close-ish future. That is the end of this episode. Please remember to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.